OK, so some of you have stocked up on toilet paper rolls. The rest of us are hoping we can pick some up somewhere, sometime. Glad I haven't gone fully digital at home and I still get the newspapers delivered. You have to hand it to the hilarious team at the Northern Territory News. They printed a few blank pages in yesterday's edition for readers to use as toilet paper. But on the serious side, the federal government has upped its funding, sharing costs with the states to deal with the coronavirus outbreak. There have been hookups with the nation's health ministers and between the treasurers. There's been a 3-hour briefing of the National Security Committee of Cabinet in Canberra this week, as we've had a death in Sydney, more infections, increased travel bans and a school shut down in Sydney for the first time. The expectation is that we'll see a lot more of this. Overseas experience and medical expertise tells us this virus will steadily spread across our population over time. Only the speed is the question, and that's why the focus is on slowing it down, hoping a vaccine can be developed as soon as possible. Much of the community or person-to-person infection has occurred in one part of northwestern Sydney. As highlighted in this map in The Australian, the hospital, nursing home, university and school infections are all within about a 3-kilometre radius of the Macquarie Park area, which is a major university, shopping and transport hub. But to put it all into perspective, this very studio, our operation here, is within that circle. And of course, little has changed. Like the rest of the country, there's a lot more hand sanitiser around the place and a bit less handshaking. Otherwise, we're all just carrying on as normal. Authorities are deeply worried about how this virus, if it runs unchecked in any area, could overload our system. We ought to be very calm and rational about this. Most people who become infected won't be severely affected. The sensible thing to do is to be extra conscious of washing our hands, general hygiene, not sharing drinks, all the usual stuff. You know how the climate alarmists run around saying we're all doomed, we're all going to be extinct and life will never be the same again? Well, our response over the coronavirus ought to be quite the opposite of that. This virus presents a real and present challenge. It's time to keep calm and be rational.